An all-hands-on-deck recovery mission and a search for answers along the Potomac River. What led a Black Hawk helicopter to collide with an American Airlines plane?
As part of any investigation, we look at the human, the machine, and the environment.
Nation still reeling now from one of its worst air disasters. We're getting a pilot's perspective. Our very own Captain Roy Taylor gives us a first-hand look at the communication system over the airport.
Was a force of nature.
I don't know what the word is. Is it wrecked? Is it devastated?
Everybody will tell you, Mikey loves everybody.
Members of a Maryland Steamfitters Union, figure skaters starting to make a mark in their sport. All lives shattered by this tragic accident. Hi everyone, I'm Jason Newton. Welcome to 11 TV Hill. A college student on her way back to school, figure skaters and coaches on their way home following a training camp, friends coming back from a hunting trip. These are just a few of the stories heard from those on board American Eagle Flight 5342. Now, tragically, no one survived this crash, and in this time of grief, there's a calling to come together for love and support.
We grieve this loss together, and we grieve deeply. But in this dark time, the light can be found in people raising their hand, showing up, and offering help.
Among the help, at least 94 first responders from Maryland, many of whom also jumped into action the day the Key Bridge collapsed.
We want for all of them to know that the entire state of Maryland stands with them, that we are praying for them, that we're praying for their peace, that anything and everything that we can do to be able to bring a sense of peace and closure to these families, we will.
And we wanted to get an expert's take on what may have happened on Wednesday night, so we called on Captain Roy Taylor. He took a closer look at the plane's flight pattern and also a look at the communication operations over BWI.
I'm Captain Roy Taylor in Sky Team 11. We're going to show you what we were able to find out about the incident that happened Wednesday night with the crash at Reagan National. Wednesday night at around 9 o'clock at Reagan National Airport, there was a regional jet that was in the process of landing on runway 33 at Reagan National. It ended up colliding with a Black Hawk helicopter that was flying the helicopter routes in the DC area. This is what's called the Washington helicopter route chart. And the blue lines that you see here that are really highlighted are the actual helicopter routes. The Black Hawk helicopter flight originated from Davis Army Airfield in Virginia. The helicopter worked its way up I-95 towards what they call the Route 3 helicopter route, which runs around the Beltway. As they work their way around the Beltway here, they come up towards the Captain John Bridge. As they get to the Captain John Bridge, they pick up the Route 1, which takes it towards Reagan National. Now, at the beginning, the maximum altitude is 1,300 feet. But as they continue down the river here, it drops down to 700 feet, then 300 feet. And then finally, the maximum altitude as it snakes around is 200 feet above the ground. Now, as it works its way down towards Route 1, towards Route 4, Route 4 crosses the runway 33 at Reagan National. So the commuter jet was in the process of turning on the final to land at runway 33, and the crash literally happened just on the east side of the Potomac River, adjacent to Reagan National. In Washington, D.C., there is a frequency for airplanes that are landing at Reagan National Airport, and there's a separate frequency for helicopters that are flying around either the zones or the route in Washington, D.C. Now, the controller can hear both sides of the conversation, but the pilot in the helicopter cannot hear what the regional jet airline pilot is saying, and the regional jet airline pilot cannot hear what the helicopter pilot is saying. It's been that way ever since they started the routes in Washington, D.C., and that was so a controller could deal with helicopter traffic, which at one time used to really be busy, but now it's only law enforcement, EMS, and military that are able to fly in that area. Now, many have been complaining how unsafe the airspace is. It's not unsafe. Like I said before, you have to be on your A game. Here we are at BWI, in between the two parallel runways that are active with aircraft landing and taking off, and we're adjacent to runway 28, which we have airplanes taking off. The tower communicates to me about traffic. I communicate back to the tower that I see the traffic and request visual separation from the traffic. It's to the point where the operators at BWI actually call me by my name. Safety is a primary concern for everyone involved. It's not that the airspace is unsafe, you just have to be on your A game when navigating through it. As we get more, we'll update you. Reporting Sky Team 11, I'm Captain Roy Taylor.